Hello everybody, JayborinoPlays here, continuing the Last Guardian custom campaign for Warcraft 3, created by OutsiderXE. We're heading into Chapter 4, Stormwind. Last mission was pretty fun. We were in the Black Morass helping Lothar out fighting the orcs. They had flown through the night and Khadgar was sure he had slept while guiding the griffin. He woke as the sun crested the horizon behind him. Ahead of him, sudden and brilliant in the morning sun, was Stormwind. It was not made clear why we're coming here. Medivh just sort of rushed in and said, "I gotta go!" But this is certainly a good-looking Stormwind. This is a real good-looking Stormwind for Warcraft 3. There have been some flickering floor tiles, and I suppose that's just kind of what you get when you have some of these custom tile sets. Lovely pan-over shot. Blasted crosswind. I told them that this was the precisely wrong spot for an aviary, but no one listens to the mage around here. Master Medivh, it's good you could come. 2 mages were found dead in their chamber. Trust. Find out where Lothar is and get him to the chamber. We won't be able to solve this mystery without him. All right. You, take me to the chamber in question now. No, I know the way myself. They said it was Huglar and Hugarin. This way, then. Okay, so we have to find Lothar. I'm gonna find Lothar. Get him to the mage quarters. I like how the quest is called Where is Lothar? Find Lothar, right, get him to the mage quarters. Search for Lothar in the taverns northeast of here. So he's going to be up here.
Of course.
Just trying to follow the mini-map here to see where we're going. Flame Strike will only be available on special occasions. We're going to be using Concentrate a lot here. I'm very glad that I put 2 points into it right away. I feel like it's going to be incredibly helpful. We just don't have this haste, and frankly, I just don't think that that's that important right now, at least. So let's just keep spamming this.
As you wish.
And we want to go northeast, which means we probably want to come up and around and then through. But let's explore a little bit. Let's see what we can find.
As you wish.
Fruit stand. Can we go into the fruit stand? Oh, this is so neat. Oh, this is so cool. So I can... Oh, so as we collect money, we can buy things. I don't know what a banana is good for here, but we can buy shimmerweed. That's pretty cool. One thing I want to point out is I lost the potions that I had created in the last mission.
Right away.
Can we destroy these crates?
What ails
they
you?
look invulnerable, actually. I mean, they don't have hit points or anything like that.
My friend.
But yeah, so any potions we make, theoretically, we won't be able to hold on to. So I'll keep that in mind. That seems like an important thing. So it seems like this is pretty straightforward. There's no hidden paths or anything. What is this?
Of course.
This is perhaps something we need for later. Yeah, nothing we can do here. Can't destroy these barrels. Let's just keep hitting it. But yeah, there's no like hidden alleys or anything, which is nice. But let's just kind of just walk around here and see what we can find. Excuse me. And this looks like it's the way out, but just out of curiosity.
As you wish.
Again, last mission what I did was I explored a lot and kind of got a feel for the locations, and then when we got a handle on everything we needed to do, it was very easy to know where we were going. We picked up some shimmerweed there, which is a pot of speed. That actually might be worth it, though it might be better to hold off and see if we can get some booze to mix it with and get a pot of mana instead. So this was the other way, and I'm just going to keep using concentration to see if there's, again, like a hidden alley or something. There's a Tome of XP, so that was probably worth checking.
Of course.
You just keep using it. We pretty much keep concentrate up the whole time. I'm not going to go over to the right. That's not where we need to be. There's more marketplaces and stuff here. Click on any of the street signs to get help with directions. Oh, I see. So this is telling us the direct... Oh, that's nice. Okay, so I have a feeling we're going to have some issues with... We're going to have a few issues with navigation this mission, but that's why I'm going to take my time and try to figure it out. Let's just go and try to find Lothar first before we...
I am your servant.
Before we get crazy. There's some more shimmerweed. We can't do anything with 2 of them, can we? Let's make 1 pot of speed and then hold on to the other one, because, you know,
I am your
we want to be able to be a little speedy here.
you wish.
And let's just head up to the taverns where we were told he was supposed to be. This
As you wish.
appears to be the tavern. There's something back here, a barrel of explosives. What could that possibly be needed
By
for?
the power of the light, burn.
Run for your lives.
What
Golden tooth, huh? I can't get through this mob. I have to stop this fight somehow. I should divert their attention.
Right
Easy
away.
peasy. A golden tooth from a drunk. Weird. Okay, so he is most likely in there, but I just want to check which direction this is. More shimmerweed. Sorry, sir, you can't enter the housing area at the moment, but you will be able to later in the mission when you're investigating these murders, without a doubt. A fire is broken out, and we need to wait for the firefighters.
Is someone injured?
Firefighters? Were there like ancient firefighters? Like in medieval times, were there specific firefighters? I don't know.
Of course.
There's something in this area that we're going to need later, but we'll worry about that in a bit. All right, where's Lothar? Here he is. He looks drunk. Apprentice? Didn't expect you so early. Sir Lothar, are you drunk? I just need some fresh air and I'll be fine. Stay here. I'll find a way to bring you back to the living. Try to stay away from the booze. Alright, you got it, champ. Bartend, another drink. Alright, so let's talk to the bartender and stop him from giving him more. If you want to sober him up, lad, you got to use something strong. Yeah, what do you suggest? I can't help him right away, but I can give you a list with the necessary ingredients for a drink. I'm sure you'll find every item here in the city, most of them in the harbor. Mix a drink, bring it here. Okay, so we've got an empty bottle. Wake-up juice ingredients. A banana, mineral water, Tabasco. We know where the banana is. We buy it from the exotic shop, but we needed 150 gold. Mineral water we can find just by scooping up from the harbor. I don't know where that is. And then Tabasco, which theoretically will also be in the harbor because they were talking about the harbor so much. Okay, so we got to sober up Lothar. Can we go upstairs?
Is someone injured?
Doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like it. All right, let's leave.
Your servant.
For now. And the harbor. Where is the harbor? I don't know. Well, we can't go to the living place yet. So let's just double check to see, make sure this is still blocked. Okay. Yep, can't go that way. Street sign. City center. Let's go back to the city center. And I'm not sure what is the harbor. I assume that this is like the keep back here, but we might have to check. Fill it at a water source. All right, so let's come over here and fill up our vial, or our bottle. Wonderful.
Of course.
And you know what? Let's just use the pot of speed so that we can get going a little faster. And Palace, Cathedral, Taverns, Palace. Yeah, we can't. So we definitely can't go to the palace yet.
I am your servant.
Okay, come on down here, Khadgar, and I think we found some more shimmerweed too, so we can always just keep making. We don't need to go to the cathedral yet either.
As you wish.
Where is the harbor?
I am your
Where would the harbor be? Let's just left click down here. I'm assuming the harbor's down in this direction. So we need Tabasco, and then we need money.
Right away. I am your servant.
This is tricky. Yeah, and then we need money for buying a banana, unless we can get a banana from somewhere else.
Of course.
Okay, so let's head over here. And what is this? This must be something for later. It has to be because it's showing it. It's got to be something for later. Okay, so let's see if we can make our way over to the docks. I think I took the long way. That's okay. That's okay. Where would there be Tabasco? There's nothing over here. This was where we ended up getting warped to once we entered that shop. Maybe we should go into the shop again and see if maybe... I could go into the shop again and see if, like, she's willing to barter for the banana. Okay, stop. So this is city outskirts. This is the harbor. Mage quarters. All right, so let's go to the harbor first, because they pointed me towards the harbor.
Right away.
Okay, and there's some shops up here. There's something up here. Another tavern.
Someone injured.
Ultimately, I think I'm going to need to find a way to get money. Fake ID card. 1,500 gold. Later, maybe. I got to keep track of where all these shops are where we can buy the different things. Okay, so we can't do anything there.
I am your servant.
Let's come on over here. And these crates look suspicious.
As you wish. I am your servant.
Please.
As you wish.
Target is invulnerable. We're going to have to be looking for these blue cracks at some point. That's definitely a thing. Okay, I feel like I was lied to. I was told that Tabasco was here, and I have not found any Tabasco. This is where we came in, right?
Of course.
Down here then. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here's something.
Injured.
Hey, fella, want to play a game with us? Sure. Sure, how's it played? It's easy. You flip a coin and I flip a coin. If I get the same side as you, then your coin is mine. If not, then you get all my coins. Let's go. Okay. Too bad you lose. Want to try again. Wait. Wait. What were the rules?
Is my aid.
I didn't quite follow the rules.
I am your servant.
I mean, we're just going to lose every time. It's a scam, right? So there has to be some way maybe to get around this. Can we just attack this fellow? Because he seems like a dick.
Of course.
He's saying, so if we get the same...
As you wish.
If you flip a coin and it's the same... I don't know. We'll worry about that later. What is the gold tooth for, though?
I am your servant. Right away.
Okay.
Right away.
What next?
As you wish.
Here's a chest. This seems important. And there's, Ismail. Okay, so let's try to hack this open. Right. Left. Right, left, left. Right, left, left, right. Right. Right, left, left, right, right. Right, left, left, right, right, right. Right, left, left, right, 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 left, left, right. There we go. Jesus. Okay, what do we have here? Tabasco in a random chest. Great. I'll take it. Let's go and talk to this fellow. Perhaps he'll give us some sort of option to get some cash. I see. We were bartering with that man. We were just losing some coins. Hi there, mate. If you want to sign on to a ship, you should first know a couple of things about sailors. Want to hear? Yes. Yes, please. I'm dying. Sailing is all about traveling the world, the open sea, the water, and dozens of randy sailors just dreaming of being home again with the maid. That, and kudos and esteem for the battles we fight. Battles? What battles? Battles, yes. We sailors fight many battles, like pirates or monsters. Have you ever heard of the giant white whale? Domi Bick, it's named. It's our captain's ultimate target. It's the leg in his stomach our peg-leg captain once obtained. His leg! Yes, not just another random item we sailors collect. What items? You collect items? Yes, we do. I like me some shiny stuff. If you come across something, anything you deem worthy, you can always check with me. I might make it worth your time. So anything we find, like the golden tooth, we could trade in for some cash, I assume. Wow, looks like a golden topaz. This one will do good in my collection of items. Thank you, mate. How may I reward you? Give me that cash! Money is always good. Don't have any, but you can take this lucky coin of mine. Have fun playing. Lucky coin.
Right away.
Ismail's coin that's supposed to bring luck in games. Okay, so we're going to go back and we're going to play this stupid guy, play this stupid game this guy's been trying to scam us with, it seems like. Granted, we only lost twice. I thought it was if you get the same, then he takes your coin. If you get different, then you get all his money. So that doesn't seem like much of an issue. I lost. How did this happen? Must be my lucky day. Well, okay. Take my coins then. Nice.
Of course.
Ooh, that's a lot of cash. Not quite
servant.
enough for a fake ID. Let's say, can we do it again? I don't think so.
Someone injured.
Okay, so now we have enough money
Right
for a
away.
banana. Okay, I don't want to play this game anymore. You don't have any money. I took all of it.
What ails
Or can we do it again? What happens here?
is my aid
Seems like a
required?
mild bug, not a big deal. All right, so hit. We need a banana, mineral water, and so we just go and buy the banana right now. We have to go back to, it was like over here. So let's just right-click in that area, and Khadgar will find his way eventually. There may have been something else up here, but for right now, I think we've done just fine. What do we have right here? Oh, it's the Tabasco. Okay. This might be where using a pot of speed would be nice. I should just make one, actually. It seems like mana isn't really a big issue at this point, but I don't know. It might be later, so I'd rather just save it, and if we can turn it into a pot of mana, that might be better. Okay, so it's right here. Buy that banana. Wonderful. Expensive. It's not that expensive. I mean, for a banana, I suppose it is. Let's go ahead and make the wake-up juice.
Yes, my friend.
And then we have to go back up to the taverns, which was over here. And yeah, I don't think a potion of speed is necessary right now, but maybe. Maybe eventually. Okay. I mean, I'm not in a super rush. And it's not like we have to like travel a pilgrimage to get to where we're going. If we had to go from like the upper right all the way over to like the docks or something, then maybe, I suppose. Okay, so enter the tavern. And we are going to sober up Lord Lothar.
Right away.
All right, buddy, make my drink. In a few minutes, he's going to be as sober as a priest on Sunday. Sure. Apprentice. My lord, I'm here with Medivh. He went to the mage chambers. Oh, well, has he told you what this is about, apprentice? Dead sorcerers, sir. 2 of the great sorcerers of Azeroth are dead in their chambers, and there is evidence of demonic activity, which is why I sent the fastest messenger to fetch the magus. Let me walk you into the mage chambers, then. Where are the bodies? They were removed soon after they were found. It was unseemly to leave them here. We didn't know when you would arrive. You didn't know when I would arrive, you mean? All right. We can still salvage something. Who has come into this room? You didn't know if I would arrive. I see. One of Hugler's and Hugorin's servants found them, and I was called, and I brought several guardsmen to move the bodies. Interesting. Young Trust, I need your youth and inexperience. I need fresh eyes. Don't be afraid to ask questions now. Now, what do you sense? Well, I sense a bunch of weird dead bodies around a big thing. Writings on the walls for sure. I see writings on the walls. I didn't say see, I said sense. Examine the room for clues. Weak potion of sensation. Well, first let's hit concentration. And let's Khadgar sense his surroundings. CSI Stormwind. Find out how the demons were summoned. Find out what type of demons were summoned. Find out how many demons were summoned.
What ails you?
All right. Well, here's a book. A book about demons used by Hugler and Hugorin.
As you wish. Of course.
And what happens if we come in here? Nothing.
Of course.
So we're examining the room. Oh, we just have to bring the book to him first, and then we'll go and find something else. A book? The demons are at large in the city right now, but it will probably be laying low at the moment. I can organize search parties within the hour. No, we need more information. No use throwing away good lives after bad. Will you grant me and my apprentice a moment or 10 alone? I will be right outside. Show me the book. Interesting. We might be able to find out what type of demon was actually summoned with this, but you'll need someone specialized in dealing with information like this. The king has a special advisor for magic, lore, and matters of the extraordinary. Get access to him and you might be able to find out more. Bless you. Okay, so is there anything else in this room?
Yes, my friend.
Speak to the librarian in the King's Palace north of the city center. All right, let's leave here. So it seems like the bottom right is all about the areas that you can go to. Staff of Teleportation and a Tome of Experience back there. We'll talk to Lothar here in a second so that I don't forget about this. The teleportation is nice. A Staff of Teleportation that teleports Khadgar to the mage quarters. All right, so we use that. It brings us back here. Wonderful. All right, Lothar. And I remember this area being close to the docks.
Yes, my
I see where we are now. Okay. Apprentice. My lord. So, how is he? He has his moods, like anyone. An ostler has his moods, and he kicks the dog. A mage has his moods, and a town disappears. No offense meant. None taken. He has mentioned the Guardian or the Order? I can't talk about it. Sorry, friend.
Of course.
Okay, so, well, let me just run in here real quick to see if Medivh wants to talk about either of those things. He doesn't. Sorry, Lothar. Maybe one day I'll be able to tell you about this. Let's come on down here. Looks like there's another shop here. A fountain of power.
What ails you?
I did not want to do that.
I am your
Well,
servant.
actually, let's... Proof of concept here. Nice. Okay, so I wanted to head back in here because there was some shimmerweed I wanted to pick up. Honestly, that's the only reason I wanted to come back here. And there's a shop. Let's see what's in this shop. We still have some cash. That Thunderball Bloom. Alchemy. Let's just make another pot of speed. It seems like we're going to be using that. Not here, come back later. So that we're going to need something there eventually. Okay, we're back in the city center. And what am I doing? We're coming up here. We're coming up to the palace. Where the guards will tell us, you can't come in here, but they'll give us a task to do, and then we can tell, you know, then we'll be able to get in, probably. Or maybe it's just open. It looks open. Neat. Honor guard, all right.
As you wish.
Let's go this way first.
Right away.
Tome of Experience, haha.
I am
Great,
your
maybe we'll
servant.
get to level 6 this mission, maybe not.
Right away.
It doesn't matter, I'm pretty comfortable with the levels that I have.
As you wish.
Let's check around
I am your
here
servant.
before going inside.
Right away.
Nothing here. We'll check back. We'll check back in the back of the palace
your servant.
district before we go inside. Just because I'm curious what's back here. It seems like there's something back here. A chest.
Right
Okay,
away.
well, this probably will end up being worth it. Right, left. Right. Right, left, right. Right, left, right, right. Right, left, right, right, left. Right, left, right, right, left, right. Right, right, left, right, right, left, right, left. Left. Left? Right. Yeesh, these are getting harder and harder. Oh, dear. Oh, it's a trap.
Of course.
It's a trap.
I am your servant.
All right, so we got this stuff happening here. So let's just drop a flame strike on these idiots. That's going to kill them real quick. And let's grab some runes. We're going to drop a flame strike on this guy, too. Let's see, maybe this fellow will drop something for me. All right, eat shit. Haha! I'll give us some money. Eventually, it's almost guaranteed we're going to need to buy that fake ID. And where could we buy that? That was over by the harbor. I have a feeling we're going to go inside, and there's going to be some issue where we're going to need the fake ID. But we'll worry about that later. We don't need it right now, but we're going to need it. But we have enough money to buy it. That's the important thing. We could also buy some shimmerweed from the banana seller, too. Papers and ID. Indeed. Okay, so... what? What my colleague is trying to make clear, sir, is that you'll need signed papers from a representative of the King's League. You'll also need a proper license or an identifications card of any kind so we can verify your person. Say what? What? Signed papers and an ID card, sir. I have no papers in my other trousers. I have my papers in my other trousers. Heard that before. Yep, and it worked. Not true. All right, so we're gonna teleport back to the mage quarters because that's close to the harbor.
Of course.
Find a vendor who can help you with a fake ID card. We know where that is. A representative of the King's League. Not sure. Is that maybe Lothar?
Right away.
Is Lothar part of the King's League? I don't... This is the kind of stuff I don't pay enough attention to remember. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to assume yes. So let's run around and find out wherever that shop was. It was around... Oh, no, we're going the wrong way. We're going the wrong way. It's down here somewhere.
Right away.
Let's use that pot of speed. We're running around a lot here. Okay, where
course.
was the shop? Here it
I am
is.
your
So you're
servant.
gonna give me forged stuff. Give me that.
I am
We
your
got our
servant.
fake ID card.
Of
Make
course.
sure to pick it up. Nothing to get here anymore.
Right away.
And then we have
I am
to...
your
No! Just take me back to the mage quarters, and then we're going to come up here and see if Lothar can help us. Because he's the only one I can think of who might be able to help us about this. And we
Right
can
away.
check inside this vendor to see if it's available now, too. Nope.
Right away.
Lothar, you're my only hope? Yes. Has he mentioned the Guardian or the Order? No, but sign my papers, please. There is another matter I need to discuss with you. Yes? I need access to the King's Palace, and... So you'll need signed papers from me. All right, there you go, lad. Enjoy the King's hospitality. Sweet deal.
Of course.
He still wants to talk to me. It's probably asking me, yeah, about this, which we can't talk about. Sorry, friend. You know I want to tell you, but I can't. All right, so we have what we need to get into the palace. I'm enjoying this a lot so far as we like move around and explore Stormwind. We've gone everywhere in the city except the living quarters, which I'm assuming we're going to have to go to later as we find out some revelation about...
Right away.
Oh no, we have to solve the murder, or the demon is running loose in the living quarters, which is going to be after we talk to this person. There was more stuff to do inside the house too, and there's those blue cracks on the ground which we found in a few areas. So we have a few things still to do for sure. Oh, no, don't go that way. All right, well I have these. Here are my papers. Looks good. Now we just need your ID, sir. Here's my fake ID. All right, you're clear to enter the King's Palace. Enjoy your stay, sir. That was risky. I didn't know if I should have used the fake one or not. I mean, Lothar agreed to let me in.
Is someone injured?
I don't know. I wonder if you could get in without having to drop the money on that. But I assume not. I don't know. Okay, we're in the palace.
As you wish.
And where can we go? We can go a few different ways. Nothing back here.
As you wish.
Ah ha ha ha! Look at this. Nice. Tome of Knowledge, Tome of Strength, Tome of XP. That was awesome. I'm glad I came over there. Okay.
As you wish.
I should have just ran in there and be like, wow, there was nothing back here, and then just left without picking up the tomes just because it would have been really, really enjoyable to be like, Jayborino, why'd you not pick up those tomes? Especially after I made it super obvious. Okay, so now we can learn haste, which we can use to run fast sometimes. There's the fellow we need to talk to. And let's grab the Tome of Intelligence while we're back here. Excuse me, sir, are you the librarian? One of many. How may I be of service? I'm investigating a case of demonic activity, and I was told that you could help me. This book was found at the scene. Is there something you can tell me about it? It's a summoner's ritual book, banned as far as I know. The language is too old for most scholars to decipher, but from the looks of it, I guess it is being used to summon demons. Though as far as I know, this can only be done with a lot of blood. You seem to know a lot about this sort of thing. It's my duty to know. I am the King's special advisor after all. Who else would he turn to? Certainly not those mage vipers of Dalaran. Damn! Look at Horace Kane throwing shade. I'm sure of that. Thank you for your help.
What ails you?
Okay, so let's go back to Medivh.
I am your servant.
And talk to him, and there's going to be another thing that we can find inside that room.
Of course. As you wish.
Hopefully he gives us another opportunity to use the sensory whatever. I keep checking that store. Who knows? I can almost guarantee it's going to be needed later. I'm not going to talk to Lothar, even though he doesn't have the exclamation point, but I thought maybe he would. All right, what's up, buddy? Now, what did you learn of demons in your time at the Violet Citadel? Most of the material was along the lines of individuals committing foul acts in the name of some old demon from legends or another. Nothing about the actions of truly summoning a demon. No spells, no arcane writings. The general belief is that when demons were defeated, they were driven out of this world entirely and into their own domain. The Great Dark Beyond. Anything else? Details and individual stories. I've seen carvings of demons, pictures, diagrams. And there is that old epic poem, the one about Egwin, fighting a horde of demons in a far-off land. Ah yes, the Song of Egwin. You'll find that poem in a lot of powerful mages' quarters, you know. What you have is basically true. The Beyond is a prison for these demons, a place without light or succor, and they are very, very anxious to get back in. Sadly, there are those who walk willingly to the Abyss. They are in many ways even more dangerous than the common rabble, for as you know, a near failure in spellcasting is more deadly than a complete failure. But these were powerful mages, Hugler and Hugerin. I mean, why would they do it? Hubris, overconfidence, and fear. Fear? Fear of things more powerful than they. They killed themselves summoning a demon because they feared me. You? Me. They were fools, but I blame myself as well. Continue with your investigation, lad. I'll tell you more later. Okay, it's the fireplace, and then over here are the two things that there might be. Medium potion. He keeps giving us an opportunity to see a little bit more, so here's the herb, and then the last thing eventually will be over here. So there's 3 tasks within here. So first we had to sober up Lothar, then there were 3 tasks here. An herb, interesting. There's a vendor in the mage quarters. You should ask him about it. Aha, we can finally get into that shop. Excuse me. So let's head over there. I'm enjoying this and I have time on my hands, so I'm not going to split this video, even though it might go over an hour. I don't know. I don't think I'm close to an hour right now, so I'm fine, but there's still a lot of stuff here. Help me!
Of course.
Indeed, but first let me pick this stuff up.
As you wish.
Rune of Greater Healing. I should not have picked up the rune. We're gonna have to do something with this sheep. Or we just wait for the sheep to walk onto it. What do we need to do to get the sheep to go? Can we just break the pen?
Of course.
You need to turn the switches. Yeah, no shit.
Of course. Of course.
What do I have to do with the sheep? I'm trying to see if there's... It's definitely the sheep. I'm gonna have to control the sheep somehow, but what do I need to do to do that? I can't destroy the pen.
I am your servant.
Both of them at the same time. Yeah, I know, but like I need to get the sheep to stand on it. How do I have to find something to control the sheep. If I stand on this, no.
What ails you?
Let me just double check. Do I have anything that might give me an opportunity to control the sheep?
As you wish.
I have to use the herb? No.
Is my aid required?
I'm not sure why there was a Rune of Greater Healing. I should not have picked that up. Oh, hit the sheep.
Of course. Of course.
And it's I'm taking damage in this room. I didn't think to actually hit the sheep. Whoops. No, sheep, go.
As you wish.
Sheep, go.
By the power of the light.
All right, go, 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 go.
Right away.
Got him. Okay, good. Let's put this beast to rest then. The sheep is like omitting some powerful,
spawn of darkness.
some sort of like weird foul toxin. This is why I was taking damage when I came in here. That's why there was a rune. I did not even realize that was happening when I walked in. Not sure why we killed that sheep. Thank you. When I came back home, I saw that my subject had freed itself. Somehow it must have learned how to use the switches for this magical pen, and before I could react, it trapped me in here. Luckily, it also shielded me from the poisonous gas the subject was leaking. That was strange. Now, is there something I can do for you, hero? I'm currently investigating a crime at one of the mage chambers. I was told that you could help identify the villain. Of course, what do you have? We have found out that there was a demon, or many demons, who were summoned through a blood pool with the help of an ancient book that was banned decades ago. This was found at the scene. Is there something you can tell us about it? Curious. This was the type of Hugerin approached me for a few days ago. It is grown solely in the Arathi Highlands to the far north. I read once that it can be used to summon doom guards, but it sounds like a fairy tale. Do you have this book somewhere? No, I'm afraid I gave it away as a gift to one of my little nephews. He doesn't live in Stormwind anymore in case you wanted to turn to him. All right. Oh, sir, just one more thing. I forgot. One more thing, sir. Yes? What did you use the herb for? Me? Cooking, of course. Thank you, that'll be all. An herb that could summon a Doomguard.
Right away.
Alright, let's go back to Medivh. An herb that could summon a Doomguard, he's like putting in soup. Return to Medivh, no problem. Alright, see, that one was a lot faster than having to get the fake ID. It's time I told you the story of the Guardians in the Order of Tirisfal. Yes! Then we can snitch on you to Lothar. To understand the Order, you must understand demons. You must also understand magic. So, what is magic? An ambient field of energy that pervades the world. Magic is universal, like water. Yes, like water. Now imagine a time at the very start of things when all magic in the world was in one location. A well of magic, the source, an opening into other dimensions. The first people to cast spells, called Kaldori, encamped around the well. The Kaldori grew powerful but did not understand that there were other forces in the Great Dark, beyond hungering for magic, demons. They sought to invade any world where magic was mastered, and the greatest of them, the master of the Burning Legion, was a demon named Sargeras. The Lord succeeded in corrupting the Kaldori, but not entirely. Brave individuals managed to shut the shimmering doorway through the Great Dark, exiling Sargeras and his followers. But the victory was at a great cost. The Well of Eternity exploded, ripping the world apart. Some of the surviving Kaldori would found the Order of Tirisfal. When humans, too, were summoning creatures from the Great Dark, those Kaldori came forward with their story and made human mages realize that the threat of the Legion would never stop, and so they continued the Order. The Order of Tirisfal would choose one of its numbers, who would serve as the guardian of the Tirisfallen. This guardian would be given the greatest of powers and would be the gatekeeper of reality. You are the guardian. I am the child of the greatest guardian of all time. But you said the mages chose among themselves. Continue with your investigation and I will tell you more. Cool. Give me another thing.
Is my aid required?
Strong potion of sensation. That's going to be this mana orb. I remember because when I use concentrate, it gave me an idea of where all three items would end up showing up.
Right away.
All right. A magical orb containing energies called mana.
I am your servant.
An orb. Interesting. I'm not quite sure about who might have been able to manufacture a piece of this kind. Why don't you ask your previous encounters to see what you can find out? Oh dear. So we just have to walk around the city and talk to people?
Ails you?
Okay. Speak to Horace Kane and Albert
servant.
Griswold.
Right away.
Okay, so we have to go back to the palace. Has he mentioned the Guardian or the Order? That hint was very helpful. We have spoken. And that is not the apprentice's place to discuss doings of the master. Your teachers didn't send you out with a laundry list of things to pry out of the High Magus? Any requests from the Violet Citadel are under Medivh's consideration. He has been very accommodating. Must mean they aren't asking for the right stuff. I know the mages around here were always pestering him for this and that, and complaining to his majesty or myself when they didn't get it. Like we had any control over him. No one does. I don't think anyone does. Not even his mother, I understand. She whelped him for a conjurer of this very court and weaned him on pure mage stuff and poured her power into him. Yes, I know all about it. Pieced it together after he went into a coma. Too much, too young. Even now I'm concerned. You think he's too powerful. On the contrary, lad, I worry that he's not powerful enough. There are horrible things afoot in the kingdoms. These orc things you saw a month ago, they're multiplying like rabbits after a rain. And trolls, nearly extinct, have been seen more often. Bad times are coming, and I hope, no, I pray, that he's up to it. Be careful what you wish for, Lothar. Huglar and Hugarin were two of our best, and there's more. I've spoken to caravan traders, mercenaries, and adventurers that come into the city. Word comes from Ironforge and Alterac, and even Lordaeron itself. There's been a plague of such mishaps, one after another. I think someone, or worse yet, something, is hunting the great mages of the Secret Order.
I am your servant.
Uh-oh.
Of course.
So the Order of Tirisfal is being hunted.
Right away.
Excuse me. A lot of talking. Let's go ahead and talk to, Albert. Welcome back, hero. How may I be of assistance this time? Along with other items, we found this mana orb at the scene. You know, there used to be another merchant for magic items here, some time ago. His name was Duck Mailer. I remember that he had closed down his shop and moved away, though I wouldn't know where to. Thank you, I'll look into it. Duck Mailer. Duck Mailer. Alright, well first let's go back to the palace and talk to the librarian, Duck Mailer. Did we hear about him at all at any other point? Because I don't think so. And we still need to find those blue cracks in the floor, which are something. Those are definitely something, but I'm not 100% sure what yet.
As you wish.
All right, let's go back inside. Don't ask me for my ID again, please. Just let me in. Excuse me.
Of course.
Gotta drink some water here. Whew.
I am your servant.
Okay, let's go and talk to the librarian again. I think he's over here, right?
Of course.
No, this is where we found the other tomes. So he's over in this direction.
I am your
There
servant.
he is. How you doing, buddy? You know I don't have time to chat with you all day, so what is it this time? Along with other items, we found this mana orb at the scene. A magical orb of mana? From the mage quarters, you mean? There used to be a merchant there selling these orbs. I heard he moved to the housing area in East Stormwind. Do you remember his name? This should be the guy. No, actually, I never met him. I only heard about it because people seem to talk about strange stuff when they're bugging me during my work, if you know what I mean. Hint, hint, leave. I think I do. Goodbye. Okay, so now, hopefully, we can get into the housing district, which was over here. Go to the northern housing district area in East Stormwind to find Duck Mailer. So, we found out his location and we found out his name between the two different people. So we're just going to slowly run. We don't have what we need to make any more pots of speed, unless I backtracked all the way back to the beginning, which I'm not going to do. It would take longer to do that just to make the pot of speed so we could get over there a little faster. I mean, it is nice that there's a way to warp to the mage quarters and then back to the city center, but otherwise we just have to run. Not a big deal. See, you know, it's automatic. I told him to go in this direction, and he's going, so that's quite nice. There was something else inside the tavern, too, in those chairs. I'll not be able to find enough ingredients for a wake-up juice for all these guys. I'll have to sober them up the hard way. This seems like something that I should not be doing yet. So I'm not going to. I assume we're going to have to attack them. We're still waiting for the firefighters. Those lazy good-for-nothings are probably stuck in the tavern again. Gotcha. It all comes together. So we're going to come in and we're going to attack them. Wake up, asshole. Wake up, asshole.
By the power of the light.
Wake up, asshole. No?
What ails?
I mean, they're firefighters.
I am your servant.
So let's light them aflame. Gotta go. I'm burning. Fire? Fire.
Of course.
That was lucky that I even noticed that Flame Strike was even available at that point.
Right away.
All right, so we're going to come over here. The firefighters should... This way. The firefighters should be on their way, which should allow us to get through. Thank you for moving. I'm going to get some Shimmerweed for that pot of speed, which I've been waiting for. Potion of speed. And sure, we'll make a clarity potion too and get our mana back. Yeah, just make it. We don't need it, but we'll make it.
Is my aid required?
Here's the firefighters doing their best. I assume as we progress, they will make other places available to go. What do we do? I don't know. Let's wait for it to go out by itself. I don't think that's quite effective. I assume we can't walk through here. It's something with this fountain.
Is my aid required?
Looks like we can attack it. It has hit points. So we're going to break the fountain, which theoretically will put out some of the fire. Maybe all of it. I don't know. So we'll sit and wait. 2 more hits. 1 more hit. Nice. Okay, cool. That put out all the fire.
As you wish.
And we can go left, up, or to the right. So let's go left first. Where's the fire? I don't know. Let's wait for it to come back by itself.
I am your servant.
Oh, cool. A Tome of Experience. Found a little alleyway there. I would not have gone there. I would not even have thought to go that way if it wasn't for concentration. So this is why I'm using it a lot. There's a nice little cut through as well.
Right away.
Okay, so we have to find Duck guy. Mr. Duck. So this is all, it's all one big circle it looks like, which is nice.
I am your servant.
This was the alleyway to cut through, I believe. Yep, okay, great. And then this should circle back to the firefighters, I think.
course.
Just checking to see if there's other ways to go. Okay, great. So this is all connected. What happens if I come down here? Rock chunks, and there's
Is someone injured?
something to purchase here. You can't enter the town hall and school area. There was some sort of accident. Okay, let's go into this shop first. Not here, come back later. Find another way. Alrighty, we will. We're gonna come up here. Come up here, because this is the only way to go right now. We've explored pretty much every other place of Stormwind. There might be some area down by the docks that we still might have to go and check out at some point. I had thought maybe that pirate or the sailor would have had something else to give me if I would have traded him something, but apparently not. It was just that gold tooth. The support columns seem like maybe we'll have to destroy them. I don't know. Good day, sir. Are you Duck Mailer? Yeah, listen up. I don't know why you're here, what you need me for, but I need you to do me a favor first. See that house on the other side my guys are working on? I need you to get in there and steal the build plans. Jesus. Why me? Have one of your guys do it. Look, it's not that simple. None of my crew can be associated with this case. I guess. Sure. Okay, I'll do it. I mean, we need whatever this guy's got for me, so let's do this. Nothing back here.
Of course.
We need the build plans.
As you wish.
So let's walk up to this area. That allowed us to go inside. We take the building plans. We leave again.
As you wish.
And plans for building in the northern housing area. Sure. And there's other areas to go. We'll go check that out. Here's the plans. Good. What you basically want to hear from me is the purpose of the mana orb, right? I'll be honest, it's illegal stuff and I sold it to Hugler, but that was ages ago. When I had found out what he was using it for, I packed my stuff and moved out of the mage quarters. I quit. And here I am doing an honest man's work. Nothing criminal. Except, oh, well, you get the drift. But what's the mana orb good for? It's used to control the demon you summon. One mana orb lets you control exactly one demon, and even then it might not become unstable. And even then it might become unstable. Something like that must have happened to Hugler and Hugerin. Well, thank you. That's really useful. Sure, just do me one favor. If anyone mentions my name connected to those mages, just ignore it. Sure. Also, I'm sorry that your name is Duck. I wouldn't be pleased if my name was Duck. Return to Medivh. We may end up having to come back here because there's stuff back here.
Right away.
This must be for something else later.
Right,
so let's barrel of explosives. Right, yeah, this must all be
of course
something else. There's like an anvil here.
As you wish.
All right, we're going to Medivh. And what could possibly be left?
Right away.
So we found everything inside the house using our senses, right? So that we do know that there's stuff in the housing district. We know that the school district will probably be opened up. And we know that there's weird cracks in the ground in certain places of Stormwind. I know of two. One down by the Griffin Aviary and then one down by the docks. Over time, politics and personal interest came into play. The Order thought that they could control Magna Aegwyn when she surprised them. She refused to be manipulated, so the Order and the Guardians split. For thousands of years, she fought the Great Dark, even challenging and defeating the physical aspects of Sargeras, locking his body away in a place where none knows. That is the epic poem, The Song of Aegwyn. She was expected to pass her power. Instead, she fathered an heir from the court of Azeroth itself, and she chose the child as her successor. The power was too much. When I was a young man, younger than you, it awoke within me, and I slept for over 20 years. And while I slept, evil crept back into the world, and now members of my own order are once more playing the Dark Road. Yes, Hugler and Hugerin were members of the Order, like Arexis among the Kirin Tor. Something similar happened to him. They feared my mother's power, and they fear me, and I have to keep their fear from destroying them. Such is the charge laid upon the Guardian of Tirisfal. I must be off. Off? We know everything we need to know about this demon. You're not up to demons yet, so you will stay here. Or find Lothar. He knows a lot, but not all. That's why I had to tell you, so he doesn't pry too much out of you. I need someone to guard the Guardian, as it were. Okay, so Medivh doesn't want us to tell Lothar. Even though we've already told him a little
Of
bit.
course.
It's good that he's right here. We don't have to go far. You think that the Lord Magus is in danger? Yes, something's out there, and it may be tied with the demons or the orcs or something much worse, and I would hate to lose our most powerful weapon at a time like this. You're worried about him, and I share your concerns. Where do you think he went to hunt this demon? I'm not sure. We've covered the city center and the king's quarters. Nothing there. We just sent search parties to the town hall and school. Why don't you help me look for him there? All right, we got to go back. Got to go back to the school.
Of course.
Get access to the school and find Medivh. We know where there are explosives up there. Okay, so we're going to use the pot of speed. We're going to run over to where those guys were blocking the access way. And, well, we might not even have to... I'll check in with them to see if I need to kick off some sort of quest. Because I did see explosives up by that table with all the food and then the anvil. There were explosives back there. So we'll use that pot of speech just to kind of get this over with. Yeah, so they have nothing to say. Let's check inside this area. Great. So what do you got for me? Garrett? Who? Forget it. How may I help you, sir? The school. How do I get there? The way is full of rocks and rubbles. Rocks and rubbles. Why should I know a way? Come on, everybody I meet in this city seems to have a dirty little secret. You don't strike me as any different. All right. But I need to talk to someone. Get you an item, alter an object. Come on, spit it out. I have no time for this. Don't be so hasty. The truth is, you have to do all three of those things. How about I give you a list with all the details so you won't forget anything? Damn it! Well, give me that cash.
Is my aid required?
Cuddy's list.
Your servant.
Wreak havoc in the workshop. Rough up the bum in the eastern city outskirts. Find the gold bag. Hint, buy the necessary items from vendors in the northern housing area. All right. All right, so this seems like the most challenging part yet. Not challenging, but perhaps time-consuming. So, wreak havoc in the workshop. What workshop? It must be up here.
Right away.
Rough up the bum in the outskirts, which is over here.
Right away.
Pointing on the mini-map.
I am your servant.
Okay,
Right
and this is definitely the area where we need to go. I'm not sure what the workshop is, though. Find the gold bag. That could be anywhere.
I am your servant.
Okay, so we have to come all the way up here. Yeah, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Perhaps the gold bag is up in this direction. I mean, we may have to go back inside that area, too. Buy radar.
Is someone injured?
A futuristic radar used to find anything its user desires. Wait. Okay, the gold bag is over there. The radar shows a location in the Upper Harbor District. That is where the gold bag is. Buy acetone.
Right away.
The bum should be in the eastern city outskirts. Acetone may be harmful by inhalation, indigestion, or skin absorption. Are we going to have to... That's going to be weird. I don't know why we would do that, but let's come on over here. Buy explosives, yes.
As you wish.
So we have the explosives. Can we just blow up the...
Right away.
The path?
I am your servant.
Or maybe it's telling me, like, I need the explosives to blow up the workshop. What is the workshop? Is it this?
Of course.
That's the only thing I'm not clear on, is there's a workshop somewhere that we need to, like, blow up, and I don't know what it is. Okay, so we need to go to... Let's go to the Mage District first. We can come down to the harbor, and then we can come up and warp to the city center to go rough up the bum. I'm not sure what the explosives are used for. Where is that? Wreak havoc in the workshop. There must be a... Harbor, mage quarters.
What ails you?
We have to find a workshop. I think we've been in here.
Is my aid required?
Okay, nothing here. We've already... This is where we got the forged IDs. Okay, so the gold is over here.
Be gone, spawn of darkness.
There's the gold bag. Inventory is full. We don't really need the... Well, let's just ditch the clarity potion. Pick up the gold bag. I must be close. We got it. I probably don't need to hold on to this radar.
Of course.
But it's fine. We'll hold on to it for now.
As you
Okay,
wish.
so we got that. Next, we need to go... I'm going to
Right
walk
away.
up and teleport to the city center. Actually, no, it'd probably be faster to just walk
I am
to
your
find the
servant.
bomb. Maybe that's what the blue crack on the ground was earlier. And the acetone, I'm not sure what's up with the acetone, but... If that would be used for... That's probably used for the workshop. Not sure what the barrel of explosives are. Perhaps we have to plant them near that blue crack, and it will allow me to access a new
course.
area. That's the only thing I can think of.
Right away.
Okay, we're in the eastern city
I am your
outskirts.
servant.
Here we go.
As you wish.
So this is the
I
bomb.
am your servant.
Explosives. Acetone. Neither. Do we just have
Is
to
someone
attack him?
injured?
What you want? Oh, he's hitting us. I got a message from Mr. Cuddy for you. This is ridiculous. I'll smack you like a pony. Yep, that's what you're doing, all right. My mouse is gone. I'm feeling dizzy.
Is my aid required? I am your servant.
Did that perhaps
As you
do
wish.
what we needed to do? We roughed him up. He's tired now. We can't attack
As
him
you
anymore. I'm trying to use these items. Gold bag we have. Wreak havoc in the
What
workshop.
ails you?
What workshop? This is going to be a problem for me because I have no idea what's being
am
referred to
your
when he's
servant.
talking about the workshop. It's possibly
Of
something in the
course.
city center. It's not the cathedral because we never went there.
Yes, my friend.
Upper Harbor. We've already got that.
Right away.
Workshop. And that we
I
probably
am your
need
servant.
the acetone and the barrel of explosives
my
to do
friend.
that. I'll walk up to the cathedral. Perhaps that's what we need to be
Right
looking
away.
for. Workshop. Otherwise, it must be in the harbor. It's got to be something in the harbor. Oh, hey. Okay. So,
Is
that
someone
means that a
injured?
tome was dropped somewhere.
As you wish.
Oh, it's right there. If I
am your
recalled from the first
Right away.
mission, when you click him, he
As you
drops a
wish.
tome. So that was cool that we found him.
I am your servant.
It seemed like we only had the opportunity to do that after he had already left, I suppose. The
I am your
workshop.
servant.
Where the hell is the workshop? Okay, I found it. Just for reference. So this
Right
is
away.
the thing that they were building.
Right away.
And if you get concentration, you can come up here. There were little street signs in the housing district as well that pointed you towards
am
the
your
workshop. So we come inside, and
Of course.
there we go. We drop the explosives. It's not really clear why we're doing this, why this guy wanted us to do this, but it's done. Not sure what the acetone is supposed to be for. Return to Cuddy. All right. Well, either way, we've got acetone. Where did we get that
Right
acetone?
away.
Maybe it'll be
As you
used for
wish.
something later.
Right away.
Because there's still an area down by the harbor
As
that
you
we
wish.
still haven't been able to find or been able to get to because it's a restricted area. So perhaps we need that. Let's just.
someone injured?
That is not the right way. All right, this way. Khadgar.
Right away.
There you go, buddy. All right, he'll find his way there eventually while I drink some water. I like this a lot. You know, I think maybe one criticism that could be made is it's the same type of gameplay through the whole campaign, but I really like it, so I'm okay with that. You know, there's some situations where if you don't like a particular type of gameplay, like you don't like holdout maps, an entire campaign is holdout maps, then maybe
Is
you'd have a
someone
problem.
injured?
This is, if you don't like point-and-click adventures, you might not like this campaign. I do, so I'm
I am
having a
your
blast.
servant.
Back already? Good. Cut the flattery. Where's the secret passage? To your left. Haha! Great, so we can bypass
Yes, my
into the
friend.
school district. Town hall and school, so here we are.
my aid
We've made it.
Right away.
And there's Medivh fighting the demon. There's Medivh killing the demon. I knew you'd come after me. Medivh, are you alright? The demon. Child's play. We should get back. Miles to go before we rest. Isn't that right, apprentice? Of course, we left an experiment on the boil. Indeed. Make ready our mounts. We leave at once. Lead on. This city life takes too much out of a man, and I could use a nap about now. Cool. No idea what the acetone was supposed to be used for. Maybe there was some sort of secret, or maybe it was something that was supposed to be used in the past and was left behind for whatever reason. And again, there was still an area of the city that was restricted, and maybe that was just how it was supposed to be. There was some, like, knights training. I actually saw that off camera when I was looking for the workshop. I went literally everywhere in the city except where the workshop actually was, because I was checking the street signs, but that was the last area that I checked. Alrighty, let's see if there's an interlude, but I doubt it. There was just one at the end of the last mission. Cool, and then we're going into Chapter 5 next, the Second Shadow, but not right now. Now I'm going to take a break and eat some dinner. I'll see you next time. Bye.